Get those likes up, ladies and gentlemen. Get those likes up, ladies and gentlemen. Timers ticking. Last chance to hit those likes. Let's get the party started.
Yo! What's going on, guys? Let's jump into the stream, man. Guys. Yo! Guys, I have to be careful of yelling because the voice is kind of slightly going away here. So we got to preserve it, okay? So we got to remind me to talk calmly. If I start yelling for no reason, which I do a lot, remind me because I forget sometimes to remain vigilant. Neil said stay vigilant in the chat. Yeah, I don't know why I always say stay vigilant. I don't think I've ever said that actually in my actual life as far as stay vigilant. You know what I mean? But, we're going to stay vigilant because we're going to see the volatility start to pick up, right? Up, down, sideways, crisscross, whooshy, all right? Are we going to see, that volatility pick up as the FOMC meeting comes in, starts today and then continues tomorrow. Let's discuss. Let's discuss. Let's jump into the charts. All right. Protect your nuts. Mike said day off incoming. Mike, you know me too well, man. No, I'm not gonna take a day off. This right now is, I think, is important time. So you won't be seeing me leave, man. Someone said Jordan is louder than Samuel L. Jackson. Is Samuel L. Jackson loud? No, I think he just does really good speeches. You know what I mean? Anyways, let's look at BTC. Guys, yesterday. So we this is kind of what we said yesterday. Bitcoin has to get back above 19,600. And quite frankly, we ended the stream right around here and it couldn't break 19,600. We said if Bitcoin has any chance to go higher, 19.6 is the level we have to watch. And what do you know? Bitcoin's top, where it closed, 19.6. Why do we say 19.6? Well, that was really the previous support, right? We had a slight deviation down here. But we had one touch, you know, multiple supports here, multiple supports here, and now we flipped it as resistance. So now we find ourselves with Bitcoin coming back down a little bit. Are we doomed? Are we going to 17K, 16K like all the bears are talking about? Well, let's talk about it, man. By the way, cheers. Happy Tuesday morning as we await the infamous Wednesday that's about to come. Now, I will say before we start the stream, something that is kind of bearish that the market has dumped every single time this has happened is Michael Saylor announced a buy today. Okay, so not a crazy buy for him, but he bought $6 million worth of BTC at an average price of $19,851. So he actually DCA'd at the bottom. But what we know is every single time we normally see this, the market usually comes down. Now, we could have saw that move down this morning. Okay, so take it for what you will, but he did. He did put that out there, and yeah, I mean, can we expect the market to dump on Michael Saylor's buy? It usually does. I saw interesting charts. Every single time Michael Saylor announces a buy, Bitcoin dumps. I don't have the chart here. I saw that back in the days where someone labeled every time he announced a buy, and it was seriously every single time. But hey, I mean, listen, it is what it is. I thought you said Saylor is buy. Well, he might be. He might be buy for Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? He might be buy for Bitcoin. Let me take a sip of coffee here, by the way. Man, let's see what we got going here. So, what do we also got going on? Well, we got the rate hikes coming tomorrow. Just a quick overview on what's to come here. We got the rate hikes coming tomorrow. Still an 18%. It was actually 19% chance of a 100 basis point rate hike yesterday. Now it's 18. So it's back down to where it was yesterday morning. So still about let's call it a fifth. For all you guys that don't understand percentages, you know, and you understand fractions, about a fifth. I don't know why I'm doing that. What is this, school? What is this, freaking school? What are we coming out here and I'm teaching you guys school? It's about a fifth of the chance that the rate hike comes in 100 basis points tomorrow, which, you know, is it big? Is it small? Well, who knows? It could be the market pricing that in at the moment as far as the chance of it being a 100 basis point rate hike. If it is, I expect dumpage. I expect carnage tomorrow if that's the case. Still a low percentage case, but still there anyways, man. We're all B for Bitcoin. Facts. But let's take a look at where we're at. So Bitcoin has gotten rejected from that 19.6 level. Just couldn't get any momentum over that, man. It just, you know, we go to the 15-minute time frame. It just started to round off here. And, you know, it wasn't looking pretty. It wasn't looking pretty. Back over here, right here. I think I ended the stream here on this candle. On this candle right here, you did get momentum that flipped down. Which was, I mean, since that point, you kind of just came right back down. But look where Bitcoin's trying to bounce right now, okay? And this is why I say be vigilant, because we are still at support, right? Bitcoin's still at the daily support. We'll take a look at that in a second. But Bitcoin from swing low to swing high of this short-term move has come down to that 0.618 retracement. So if Bitcoin is to get a bounce, this could be the level to watch for. I did short ETH earlier, and I closed half my short. I'm letting half of it ride just because I want to. Because who knows what the heck the volatility is going to be over the next couple days. But this one right here, I mean, look for that 0.618 to act as support. It did initially. If that breaks, I mean, you know, small little move down to 18.5. But we'll talk about that as we go. Okay, let's go back to real quick the daily time frame. It's delicious, man. Michael said, Eagles Super Bowl also incoming. Hey, man, you never know. You never know. I will say the Eagles are looking really freaking good, man. How awesome would it be to have Pat's Eagles for a third time? Pat's Eagles for a third time? Come on. Very unlikely at this point, the way Mahomes is looking and the way Josh Allen's looking. But holy shit, man. Like, I would be down for a Pat's Eagles Super Bowl. Let me know. Like, I'd be down for that. The Pats probably have no chance of making the Super Bowl this year. But I'm hoping for the playoffs, you know? It's one of those years that we got so spoiled for so long that at least I'm hoping for the playoffs now. I would take the playoffs, you know? Anyways, let's look at where Bitcoin is. So you guys can see the title of the stream. Bitcoin back at support. So we know yesterday was one of those things that we got that bullish hammer candle on the daily time frame, okay? I guess the one issue that you can have with those candles is you got the giant wick on the downside here, which means that there was a lot of people who went long right here at the bottom of this candle, which is fine. Like, that was at support. There was nothing wrong, in my opinion, with going long right here at this position. That was actually probably the smart move, as yesterday you did pretty good if you longed anywhere in this green box or below, right? But the one problem with that candle is you leave a giant wick. And as we know, as our good friend Tino tells us, they always come back down for the wicks. The one thing that we can say now is they've come back down for that wick, all right? And you look at where we bounced so far today, well, right at the bottom of that green box, right where we've gotten these daily closes back here from September 6th, that's where we bounced, right at that $18,800 level. So we find ourselves back in the support. Now, I'm going to continue to do this, guys. As long as Bitcoin stays above this green box on a daily close, to me, this is still a point where I'm looking for longs and not shorts. Okay, now I am still at a short because I had a higher entry, but that doesn't mean that I would enter a short at the current level. Okay, you guys do what you want to do. It is what it is. That's the way I'm looking at it. Until Bitcoin breaks this support level, which has bounced from multiple times, I'm still going with the assumption that has a good chance to bounce from it again. Okay, so take that for what it is. We got big news coming up tomorrow. There's a couple possible bearish indicators popping up on the charts, which I'll show you guys in a minute. But take that for what it is. Don't talk about playoffs. Playoffs for the Patriots, man. Playoffs. Cowboys gonna smack them Eagles? No, the Cowboys suck, man. The Cowboys freaking suck. Even though they played, I think they played pretty well before, man. You know. The DXY, yeah, DJ. I understand the DXY is looking good. Now, what would I say by long? I'm not saying long-term long, right? I'm saying still short-term long, at least for the time being, right? Now, once again, sentiment was bullish yesterday. Now it's bearish again. This is how it goes, right? It's bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish. In reality, you're still at the same levels you were. In reality, you're still at support. You had volatility yesterday, dump and then pump, but you're still just chilling right at support. Now, the bearish indicators that we're looking at, it all depends on the daily close today. Okay? Watch the daily close today. It's going to be a fight for all my Vikings out there today. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to do the Viking later because my voice might be shot at that point. But my point is, if Bitcoin closes a daily below 18.8, that's not going to be a good sign in my opinion. So I want Bitcoin to close anywhere above these previous daily closes. If I'm going to be honest, going into tomorrow, right? So a close anywhere above 18.8, I think we're still okay. But a close below 18.8, boop, probably not looking too great. Not looking too great in the short term. And the other thing I'm looking at is, you guys know we've been looking at this daily stock RSI level right here. You see this, right? Every time we've held above this yellow trend line right here, Bitcoin's gotten a nice bounce. The issue is whenever we've broken that daily stock RSI level, Bitcoin's gotten absolute capitulation to the downside. Okay, the last one was right here where Bitcoin broke it right here on a close. Once again, a close. You guys can see what happened from there. Okay, Bitcoin smacked it right here, closed that candle, and then ended up dropping over the course of the next couple of weeks, 21% to the downside. Okay, the last time it did that was right here. Bitcoin closed below this trend line right here on June 11th. You can see what happened after that. You were still in the range, but you closed below that, and you ended up dropping approximately about 40% to the downside. Okay, so keep an eye on that. All right, this could be. Here's my theory. Okay, you're still at support, but if you close below 18.8, boop, 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 boop. Okay, so watch the close today. Watch the close today. And the other thing we can look at is, if you got, I know a lot of you guys like the BBWP, which shows that volatility is coming. If we take a look at the 2-day chart, look at the 2-day chart, man. The 2-day BBWP is about to cross to the upside. What does that mean? You've seen low volatility on the 2-day, and you should be expecting massive volatility coming in on the charts. Okay? Now, once again, when you get this cross, the price action usually goes in the direction of whatever the momentum is at that current time. Right now on the 2-day, you can see that it's pretty clear that the momentum is down. Okay? So pay attention to this. I want to see if Bitcoin is going to look good. I want to see a good recovery for the rest of the day today, right? We've gotten a nice retrace of the 618 Fibonacci. Now we want to see is Bitcoin get some momentum back up and sort of hold this higher low structure, sort of this W pattern on the shorter term time frames, and get some momentum up before the daily close today. Okay, and really into tomorrow, because as we know, this 2-day candle closes tomorrow. So if there's any chance that Bitcoin can bounce, back up to maybe 20K, 21K by the end of the day tomorrow, this could actually be a bullish indicator, right? So let's watch this, but this at the moment isn't looking too great as we speak, okay? It could change, but as we speak, that's not looking too good in the short-term time frames, or the 2-day time frame, man. Also, the weekly time frame, same point, right? Weekly time frame, momentum is down. You can see it. Momentum is down here on the weekly time frame. You're about to get that stock cross back to the downside if you close the weekly where it's at right now. And look at the BBWP. Look at the BBWP on the weekly time frame, okay? It's about to cross on the weekly, and we've been saying as soon as this crosses, expect some massive volatility in one way. Once again, if Bitcoin can get some momentum, if the FOMC meeting can cause a pump, which I would not be surprised if it does. How many times have we seen these things where everyone's expecting, the FOMC meeting to happen and Bitcoin to dump down to the oblivion, and Bitcoin does the exact opposite, okay? And this is one of those things where it looks bearish right now, but if you go down the line another 3, 4, 5 days, would I be surprised if Bitcoin's up here on the weekly? No, because we've seen crazy things. So let these things happen on a close. Right now it looks bearish, but in 5 days, this could look bullish, right? So let these things play out. But the 2-day doesn't look too great. I will say that. Man. Our falling wedge on the 4-hour time frame, this is another reason why I think this could be a point where Bitcoin does bounce. This falling wedge did smack up to the upside. Oh, man. Dion said, just woke up and we dumped. I appreciate you waking up and watching the stream, man. That's freaking awesome, bro. You popped right out of bed and you're like, oh, Jordan's live. Let's go watch him, Michael said, look at the 3-day. Mike, I got you in 1 sec. Let me just make my point on the 4-hour time frame here. You know what I'm saying. Who's excited for some volatility, though? Because I think it's coming, man. I do think it's coming. We've been in this range for about 3 to 4 months at this point. I think it's coming, my friends. And I think it's going to be very, very fun. Very, very fun. Whichever way it goes, Man. Man. Here we go, man. 4-hour time frame, falling wedge. Man. We just didn't see the momentum we wanted out of this. Okay, and this is one of those things where if you want to see a falling wedge play out, you want to see the momentum come in and carry you up. You want to see those vector candles pop in and carry you up. And you just didn't do it, at least at the time frame, right? You broke up, you came back down, you tested. Right now, you're actually testing the wedge. Though I'm not convinced on this initial move up, right? We got instantly just snapped right back down on the 20 moving average. So, watch this level. Once again, we're right back at support. This is a level that I am looking for Bitcoin to bounce in the short term. So keep that in mind, right? I mean, this has been a level where Bitcoin's bounced in the past once or twice, actually, back here. Right here. Bitcoin had a slight deviation low here. This could be the point where Bitcoin gets a bounce, right? It has this trend line as confluence and these previous supports as confluence. Short-term little move up. Wouldn't surprise me. Once again, short term. Until we see the news tomorrow, I'm not going to get up in arms about really either way, right? We're just kind of looking at speculations at the moment. But yeah, I mean, the move up out of this was just not convincing. Not convincing, man. Jordan is getting whatever Maya had. Facts. Maya got me sick. Maya 100% got me sick. No, I'm just kidding. Whatever, it was inevitable, man. It was inevitable, okay? When we make out, I'm going to get whatever she has. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's inevitable at this point. But we're good. You know why? She said she's feeling better today, which means that I will probably feel better tomorrow. Right in time for the FOMC meeting. We're good. You know what I'm saying? We're good. How you guys feeling today? Let me know in the chat. Are you guys bullish, bearish? Let me know in the chat on this beautiful Tuesday as we kind of sit here and watch. Some of you guys are saying the DXY is going nuts. It is at support. I mean, you look at, guys, I mean, I'm done doing TA on the DXY, man. This thing's going to do whatever it wants to do, okay? On the weekly time frame, it's going to the moon, okay? Like, at this point, it's going to the mother effing moon, okay? There it is. Adios. Adios. It seems to just keep getting more parabolic to the upside. So, you know, once again, as long as this continues up, I can't get too optimistic about Bitcoin in the short term, okay? And as long as this just keeps crushing it to the upside in the longer term time frames. Weekly time frame just looks like it doesn't want to stop. It has no momentum to the downside. If anything, the dips just keep getting smaller, okay? Right? I mean, dip, pump, small dip, pump. If anything, it just looks like it's getting more strong. So let's keep watching it. But that's the way it looks right now. Stock market taking an absolute dump bullet today. Look at the stock market, man. Coming all the way back down to these lows. In reality, you look down here, the stock market's probably just coming back down to test these lows here, man. This is on the 1 hour time frame, but the stock market is getting awfully close to cliff diving, man. You're getting awfully close. Dion said, I'm bullish on being bearish. Nice, dude. Stock market getting absolutely blown up today. The futures were looking horrible today. You know, last couple 4 hour candles down about 2%. 1 hour candles. Let's zoom out to the daily real quick though. And yeah, man, I mean, you're getting awfully close to cliff diving. Why do we say that? Well, you could argue that you're already cliff diving. Why? On the daily time frame, the stock market looks like Shiza, man. Looks like Shiza. Just look at the chart, right? I don't want to be like this guy that's like, holy shit, man. On this move up yesterday, I wanted to see the stock market get back above the support. Unfortunately, what it did so far is you had 1 touch, 2 touches, 3 touches. You broke support. You came up yesterday, back tested it as resistance, and now you're getting continuation to the downside. Once again, can I borrow a few thousand? Stumbledore, what's up, buddy? Stumbledore, anything for you, buddy. Oh, excuse me, man. I'm burping up a storm right now. Holy shit, man. Do you guys, when you get sick, do you guys crave more food? I don't know why. When I get sick, I crave so much food. Like last night, I was like, I want chips, man. So what did I do? I got some blue Doritos and I went to town. I actually only ate half the bag though. You guys are like, half the bag, Jordan. Holy shit. No, dude. I get the biggest cravings ever. The biggest cravings ever. And you know, I did eat half a bag of Doritos last night. Hate me for it, but I did. You know. I know I used to say that the purple Doritos were better than the blue Doritos, but I actually might change my mind and say the blue Doritos might be better than the purple Doritos, at least at the moment. It fluctuates, you know what I'm saying? No, but the S&P looks kind of shady. You know, you did break trend, and you're kind of cliff diving, man. You're cliff diving. Not so crazy now, dude. The blue Doritos are dope, man. Dope. Light work. Maybe you're pregnant. Oh, man. Oh, man. I mean, it makes sense. I'm sick. I have cravings. Maybe I am. You know? Maybe I am. We need chicken noodle soup? I guess so, man. All right. Bitcoin's still chilling. What's ETH doing? ETH got a nice bounce so far. Not really respecting the Fibonacci's. But, you know, ETH, I mean, I got to assume it's going to come back down for this wick here. At least, at the very, very least. Come back down for that little wickaroo on the 1 hour time frame. But let's go back to total. And this is why I stress caution, guys. I stress caution here. I don't want to get overly bearish because it's one of those things where we're still at support. I don't want to just be like this guy that's like, all right, we're bearish at support. I'm not that type of guy. Okay, I'm going to remain realistic, and to be fair, we've been at this level 5 times. Every single time there's been fear, every single time we're in this green box, and every single time before we bounced. Okay, so I keep saying this. And take this with a grain, not take this with a grain of salt, but take this for what it is. If Bitcoin closed below 18.8, okay. If it doesn't, we still hold true to where we are. But we go over to total market cap. It's kind of a similar thing to the stock market, man. Why is it similar to the stock market? Well, right here. We have a low, we have a low, we have a low. What did total market cap do? It broke that support. Does my little zoom in button work? Let's see. Let's see. Oh, man. Come on, zoom. Shit, man. I gotta get that fixed. But we did break that support. Okay? We came all the way back up. We back tested it as resistance. And now we're getting that move down. So it's very similar to, you know, the S&P futures, where you just back testing previous support as resistance before a continuation back down to our red box down here. Could be. Could be. And that's the way I'm going to look at it. But I don't want to get all up in arms until Bitcoin breaks its daily support. Okay? So keep that in mind. Like, stay vigilant both ways. Stay vigilant, man. Why do I keep saying stay vigilant? I don't even know what vigilant means. No, I do know what it means. I promise. Drew said, my girl's having cramps today. Wish me luck. Good luck, Drew. Good luck. Here's what I'll say. She's having cramps, so here's what you need to do. Here's what you need to do. Just leave her alone. Go to the gym. Do something. You know? That's the move. Drew said she's super pissed. Well, I mean, it is what it is. You know? It is what it is. You know? Guys have cramps too. It's going to piss off all the girls. You don't have cramps like us! Which is true. But we still have cramps, you know? We still have cramps. We get cramps in the balls. You know? We get cramps in the balls. That's what we get cramps from. Anyways. Let's go back over here. Show me on the doll where Vitalik probed you. Vitalik cannot probe me, man. He can't. He can't do it. I tell my son to stay vigilant now. Half your leg's missing. Clean it up and stay vigilant. All right. But yeah, that's total, man. Just stay vigilant on total market cap. Ethereum, same type of deal. Get her a box of My Doll and a cupcake. Yeah, get dessert. Dessert always works. You know? Dessert always works. You know, who doesn't want some sweets when they're not feeling good? I'll take some chocolate. You know? I will. I'll take chocolate. I'll take any type of sugar. You know what I mean? Anyways, Ethereum. You know, not really anything going. I'm not going to say it's not really in any pattern, right? So I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, Ethereum's in some pattern, because it's not. But, you know, same type of deal yesterday. ETH's got to get back above 1422 before I even sniff a big rally to the upside. It's got to get back above this previous low and this previous low. Until then, I mean, it couldn't even reach up there yesterday. Bitcoin reached its previous support and confirmed it as resistance, but ETH couldn't even get back up to 1422. Okay, so until it gets back above there, I'm not going to get all up in arms like, holy shit, look at this run to the upside. But stay vigilant. That's my new saying, man. But stay vigilant. You know what I mean? But, you know, ETH's going to get back up. If ETH can start getting back up here, you know, make sort of this higher low structure, W formation, get back above 1422. Okay, then we can start talking. Then we can start, you know, then we can start doing some whoop-de-woos and some joop-de-joops here in the short term. But until then, nothing, man. Nothing. And going back over to the weekly, the weekly still looks the same, right? I mean, you broke support, right? This was your weekly support. You smacked your weekly support to the downside. I still got to look at this as coming back down to 1200 at some point. Does it happen now? Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it has a couple weeks where it moseys its way up, you know, confirms resistance and then comes back down. But I'm still going to look at this as coming back down to 1200, at least on a wick. Right? At least on a wick. It doesn't have to be a close, but at least on a wick, I'm looking for 1200 ETH at some point, right? At some freaking point. So keep that in mind. It's very simple. You know, we're not inventing the wheel here. We never really do, but that's what we're looking at for Ethereum here. Algo don't care today? Yeah, there's a few alts that don't care today. We'll take a look at the few alts. Let me know in the chat what alts you want to look at, man. Let me know. We'll have some fun today. We'll have some dirty fun. Dirty fun. And one more thing is, is this, man. You know, Bitcoin's been hanging off a cliff here on the weekly time frame multiple times. Okay, so I know it's easy to get super bearish when Bitcoin's hanging off this cliff. Look how many times Bitcoin's hanging off this cliff, right? Where whenever it gets below these weekly close lows, I mean, you get feared, right? This was the biggest fear. 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 Whenever Bitcoin seems to drop below like 19.2, that's the biggest fear in the market. But if you look at what's happened, and just keep in mind this could change very, very quickly. And we bounce from this level, so wait for the weekly close. But once again, if Bitcoin closes a weekly below 19.2, I would say that's not the best thing you want to see here in the short term. Okay, especially knowing that BBWP is about to cross, and it goes with the current momentum, right? So once again, I mean, you're breaking support here. Wait for the close. You're finding resistance on the all-time high resistance line on the RSI, right? On this last move up. Does that mean you're going to come back down? The good thing is, if you actually look, if Bitcoin closes the weekly below and even gets even more of a push down, what could you possibly be forming? Well, eventually you could be forming this bullish divergence on the weekly time frame, right? Which, you know, even if it comes a little lower, you're going to have higher lows on the weekly RSI, lower lows on price action, okay? Which is no joke. You don't mess with weekly bullish divergence, man, okay? So keep an eye on that. Let's, you know, it's one of those things where if Bitcoin does break and goes to 16K or something like that, which I do think we'll get some support at 16K, that could be a possibility. We'll keep watching it, but it's a fun time. It's a fun time. We're hanging off a cliff again, and that's where we're at. That's where we're at. And for all the bears out there, if you think we're gonna dump, you know, within the next couple weeks, here's the deal, man. I'll continue to say the same thing. As long as Bitcoin is in this green box where Bitcoin's been holding at in any of its bottom patterns, right? Any of its bottom bear market patterns, this is the time to accumulate. And Bitcoin is in that green box right now, right? All I basically did is just overlay where Bitcoin's been at in its bear market bottoms to its bear market consolidation tops, okay? And anywhere in this green box, I do think is a fantastic buy for the long term. And the people who accumulate over the course of the next year, in my opinion, even if it lasts that long, are going to be the absolute studs come a couple years down the line at the very, very least. Okay? So keep your eye on the prize, man. Keep your eye on the prize. Just zoom out, look at where we're at. I understand the economy sucks, and that's why I always keep an eye on Bitcoin. Could come lower, right? Bitcoin, I'm not going to rule out a 14K Bitcoin, and if the worst comes to worst, like an absolute capitulation and just absolute shit show, I'm not going to rule out 10K BTC, okay? I'm not going to make that mistake again. But all I know is this range here will be the range of a lifetime, in my opinion. And we're gonna keep looking at it as we go. But you're in that range to me, man. You're in that range. If we drop lower, we're still in that range. Keep your eye on the prize, man. This is the real prize, okay? The prize are the short-term moves, right? Short-term pumps, short-term dumps, right? Shorting the market, long in the market. It's fun and all. But this is where the real freaking joy is accumulating down here and then watching everyone else have to FOMO in because they didn't take advantage down here and going, when should I buy? Is now a good time to buy? When you're right here, okay? That's the real fun in the market. Should I buy now? That's the real fun. All right, so just keep your eye on the prize, man. It's a long, drawn-out process. We're about 10 months, actually almost 11 months through this bear market at this point, okay? I mean, the top for Bitcoin was on November 5th, the week of November 15th. It's now September 20th. We're almost 11 months through this bear market. It's crazy how time flies. I can remember when Bitcoin was at all-time highs. It doesn't seem like 11 months ago, but it is. Okay, so keep your eye on the prize, man. Keep your eye on the freaking prize. To me, whether the bottom's in or it's not, we're right on track. We're right on track. So keep your eye on the prize. The dollar is supposed to be stronger, but my electricity bill doubled. What the hell? True, Wayne, that's true. 10-year at 3.5%. Ah, man. There should be an altcoin called Extreme Fear. There should be. There should be, man. There should be an altcoin called Extreme Fear. All right, let's see what else we got going on. So I'm not gonna spend too much more time on that. XRP did come up to the highs again today. Looks like it got rejected again. XRP having a tough time breaking this previous resistance, right? I mean, very, very tough time. It has the formation, but it's got to break to the upside here. Can't do it yet. Can't do it yet. So keep watching XRP. But as of right now, XRP cannot get back above 39 cents. And if you look at some of these indicators, daily stocks crossing to the downside, momentum coming back to the downside. 4-hour time frame is probably looking about the same. Excuse me. Whoa. Excuse me, guys. Oh, man. Yeah, 4 hour looking 4 hours actually looking fine. You guys said that Algo didn't give a shit today. Let's look at Algo real quick. Algorand. Let's see what we got going on. Stumbledore, I appreciate you though, my friend. If you're still in here, I appreciate you. Thanks for the super chat. Thanks for hanging out, and thanks for just being the man, man. Algo. Let's see where we close today. It's gonna. A lot of this is gonna depend on the daily close, man. Drew said XRP ticker should be named if and when. Fact. If and when, right? If and when. If and when. No, I mean, we'll see. I may pick up some XRP, man. I might. Anyways, Algo. Upward sloping trend line, okay? We were talking about this as the point to get above for Algo, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 touches. You smacked it to the downside, found resistance on it. Now it looks like you're trying to get back above. And we said if Algo can break this level here with some momentum, which you see these vector candles coming in, it's pushing it up high. There's a good chance Algo can come all the way back up to about 38 cents, right? Which doesn't sound like a big move, but I mean, you're talking about almost a 10% move to the upside there. Doesn't seem like it on the chart. But 10% move is a 10% move. Wait for the daily close though. If this, because this could turn into a wick. If Bitcoin wants to dump lower, this could just act as resistance again, right? So wait for the daily close. If it closes up here, it's a good sign for probably for me to move up to 38 cents. Daily looks good. Daily stocks still got room to run. 4 hours probably a little shot at this point. Let's take a look. Actually, the 4 hour looks good. Look at this 4 hour, man. Exactly what I want to see. You were able to get back above this trend line, confirm it as support, and now trying to push up. Let's just hope that Bitcoin doesn't ruin the day, man. Let's hope that Bitcoin doesn't ruin the day. We got 4 hour momentum coming to the downside, 4 hour stocks coming to the downside. Let's go to the 1 hour real quick. I don't want this to get caught up as some type of M formation. Let's hope that the 1 hour indicators play out, right? Because the 1 hour is coming up. 1 hour's coming up. What I want to do is I want to get a little bit higher here on this move, so this doesn't turn into like an M formation. If this stalls out right here, could be an M just to come right back down, right? So what you're hoping for is a little bit more momentum here on the hourly, okay? So it kind of cancels out the 4 hour, but you know, we'll see what happens here. Let's see what happens. So far, so good on Algo. Just be careful where it is now, because this is a classic M formation in the making there. All right, BTC still holding up. Still holding up like a nice little cookie. Should probably buy a few XRP even though it's toxic. I may pick up some XRP. I may. Here's what I'll say. I mean, it's pumped already. I'm not going to buy some now. But if and I'm not the type to FOMO. If I miss out, I miss out. It is what it is. If XRP comes back down to these lows again, 31 cents, maybe I'll scoop some up. I mean, at that point, that's about a 20% move to the downside. That's probably the equivalent of Bitcoin going to like 16K. So let's let this play out, but that's where XRP is at the moment. Altcoins right now seem to all just be kind of bleeding with Bitcoin. It seems like they're all down about 3%, 2%, you know, all across the board. So not too much different stuff going on there as far as the altcoins goes. JW, your OnlyFans should be called XR Feet. This JW loves XRP, doesn't he? Who loves XRP? Let me know in the chat. Let's do a quick poll. Let's do a quick poll real quick. What does Bitcoin do before the FOMC meeting? All right, so I'll say where. Let's see. Where does Bitcoin end up before the FOMC meeting? Let's do this. And let's do, this is before the FOMC meeting. So on the time of the FOMC meeting, where do you think Bitcoin stays? You think it's going to be above 19K? Or you think it's going to be below 19K? What do you think? Before the FOMC meeting comes out, where do you think Bitcoin ends up? Above or below 19K? Let me know in the chat, man. Let me know in the chat, and I just did a poll too. Let me know in the poll. Spam the poll, man. Spam the poll. Let me know. Let me know. To be honest, what I realized about these is these things are so unpredictable, man. I mean, what they could do is they could want to build more longs. They could bring it back lower if they want to. I like where Bitcoin is right now, though. I like where it is right now. I like it trying to build a higher low. I want to see a little bit more momentum here come in. But where it is right now, I think, is fine. The 4 hour still has room to come down. I don't love the 4 hour on Bitcoin. Like, the 4 hour looks pretty shady to me, man. Right? 4 hour cross to the downside on the stocks. 4 hour momentum crossed to the downside on the last 4 hour candle. I don't like the 4 hour. And I'm a big proponent of the 4 hour. The 4 hour is my favorite time frame by far. And the 4 hour looks a little bit shady for BTC for me. A little bit shady. So, let's see what we got. Below 19K? Most people say below 19K. Okay, 56% of people say below 19K. Holy shit, man. That's crazy. And if you guys could like up the stream for your boy, that would really help out the stream. And quite frankly, I have fun when you guys like the stream. All right, let's see this. Let's see this. All right, so guys, can you believe it's September, man? I mean, I think we talked about pretty much everything we need to talk about today, so we can kind of chill and talk, shoot the shit for a little bit. Can you believe it's September? Can you believe? To me, it's amazing when I look at times. Like, sometimes I'll pull up a chart and I'll go, dude, was the Bitcoin top really in November last year? And is it really already October almost? It's crazy, man. This year has gone by so fast. To me, it's like, I remember all these times. I remember this top, and this top over here was literally a year and a half ago. And I remember that. You guys remember SNL, Doge going nuts, right? Altcoins going absolutely bonkers. The beginning of 2021 was freaking awesome, man. that was my most fun time in crypto. Was this time from about January to this time was the best in crypto. Why? Because not only Bitcoin was like smack, like no one knew where Bitcoin was going to go at this point, but also altcoins were doing 100x's left and right, man. This was the best time in crypto, right here. This time right here, by far. I can't believe that was a year and a half ago. It's crazy. It's crazy. And I remember this time right here where Bitcoin was in this bear flag. And I remember this being the most boring time in crypto right here. And even this, you're talking this was almost, 6 to 9 months ago. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. I remember all these phases. I remember this phase. I can't believe this down here before Bitcoin started the last bull market was 2 years ago. I can't believe March of 2020 was 2.5 years ago. That's nuts. Time goes by like this. Holy shit, man. 2.5 years ago that the March of 2020 crash happened. That's nuts. It's nuts. That's why I say, guys, stay vigilant because time goes by fast. You might think that the bear market goes by slow. Bro, if it's anything like the 2 previous bear markets, it's almost been a year. Okay? They go by quick. It's awesome, dude. Rectember. When you get older, you won't remember as well. Facts. Let's see. Clint, why are you saying that, man? Why are you saying that, man? Two peas in a pod. Yeah, it's been a minute. Nice. I came in last year with so much euphoria that ended quickly. Nice, man. So much euphoria. Yeah, that ended really quickly, didn't it? Super, super quickly. Super, super freaking quickly, man. Yeah, it's been a hot minute. Some of you guys were here. Some of you guys were here, like, can't remember though. Some of you guys were here, like, way. I think I started my channel like right here, right in this range right there. It's I remember a lot of you guys were here back then, which is crazy, man. You've been through an absolute bonkers market to an absolute crash to an absolute bonkers market to an absolute crash. We've been through like 4 cycles in the last 2 years. In reality, you've been hardened. You've been tested like no other, man. Like no freaking other. JW said, "Pimp it." JW, you're in a long, my friend, right? Blaze said, "Yo, what's going on, Blaze?" The voice is going. I might have to call a stream here, guys, so I'm able to talk later. I gotta rest the voice because I can slowly feel it going away. I can feel it in this area just slowly deteriorating. So I might call it a stream here, guys. So I'll catch you guys at 7 p.m. tonight. Make sure you guys are here. Today could be some volatile action. What I'll say is, what I know about the market makers is they love to set up their moves, you know? They love to set up their moves. So if they pump it going into the rest of the day, oh, here we go. If they pump it going into the rest of the day, be careful of that. Just be them building their shorts for tomorrow and vice versa. If they dump it for the rest of the day and somehow revisit, the low 18Ks, be prepared for that. Maybe just building their longs to bring it back up, right? So really, it's a waiting pattern to tomorrow. I mean, it's such a dice roll because if they come out with 100 basis points, we're gonna get wrecked, in my opinion. And if they come out with 75, I think it's going to be a nothing burger. We're just going to stay in this freaking range. So it is what it is. I'll catch you guys later, though. All right? Don't do anything you're going to do. Don't panic sell your crypto. Most of all, don't panic sell your crypto. And, don't be afraid to take profits in the bear market rallies until proven otherwise. All right? Adios, my friends. Have a fantastic day. Peace.